Welcome back to the Mind Shelf, where we dive deep into the psychology of personal transformation and success. Today, we're exploring something that could fundamentally change how you approach every single day of your life. We're talking about the 10 daily habits that have the power to completely rewire your mindset for success. These aren't just motivational concepts. They're scientifically backed practices that successful people use to train their brains for achievement, resilience, and fulfillment. If you're ready to transform your mental programming and unlock your potential, then this video is exactly what you need. The science behind mindset rewiring. Your brain is remarkably plastic, meaning it can reorganize and form new neural pathways throughout your entire life. This neuroplasticity is the foundation of all personal transformation. Every thought you think, every habit you practice, and every action you take literally reshapes your brain's structure and function. When you consistently engage in positive behaviors, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with those actions, making them easier and more automatic over time. The key insight is that emotions create habits. When you feel positive emotions while performing a behavior, your brain pays attention and wants to repeat that experience. The strongest predictor of success isn't intelligence, talent, or even opportunity. It's the quality of your daily habits. Successful people understand that their daily routines are the compound interest of self-improvement. Small, consistent actions performed daily create exponential results over time. Research shows that it takes approximately 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. But the neuroplasticity changes begin immediately. Every time you choose growth over comfort, progress over perfection, you're literally rewiring your brain for success. Habit 1. Start your day with intentional morning rituals. The power of morning momentum. Your morning routine sets the neurochemical tone for your entire day. Successful people don't just wake up, they wake up with purpose. The first hour of your day is when your brain is most receptive to programming, making it the optimal time for mindset conditioning. A powerful morning routine should include 3 core elements: movement, mindfulness, and planning. This combination activates your prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, releases mood-boosting neurotransmitters, and primes your brain for focused action. The 20-20-20 morning formula: 20 minutes of physical movement, 20 minutes of reflection or meditation, 20 minutes of learning or planning. Physical movement doesn't have to be intense. Even light stretching or yoga can increase blood flow to your brain and release endorphins. The key is consistency, not intensity. Mindfulness practice, whether through meditation, journaling, or simple breathing exercises, helps regulate your nervous system and increases your emotional resilience throughout the day. Just 10 minutes of morning meditation can reduce stress hormones and improve cognitive function. Planning your day with clear intentions ensures you're proactive rather than reactive. Write down your top 3 priorities and visualize yourself successfully completing them. This mental rehearsal literally creates neural pathways that make success more likely. Implementation strategy. Start small. Even a 10-minute morning routine is infinitely better than none. Choose one element, movement, mindfulness, or planning, and commit to it for 1 week. Once it feels natural, add the second element, then the third. Your future self will thank you for this foundational habit. Habit 2. Practice gratitude and positive mental programming, rewiring your default mental state. Your brain has a negativity bias. It's evolutionarily programmed to scan for threats and problems. This served our ancestors well, but in modern life, it often leads to chronic stress, anxiety, and a scarcity mindset. Gratitude practice is the antidote to this default programming. When you actively focus on what you're grateful for, you're training your brain to notice abundance rather than lack, opportunities rather than obstacles. This isn't positive thinking, it's positive training. You're literally strengthening neural pathways associated with optimism and resilience. The neuroscience of gratitude. Gratitude activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and serotonin, the same neurotransmitters targeted by antidepressant medications. Regular gratitude practice has been shown to increase overall life satisfaction by 25%, improve sleep quality, boost immune function. Enhance relationships. Increase motivation and energy levels. The 3-layer gratitude system. Surface level. Things you can see, touch, or experience. Your health, your home, your relationships. Growth level. Challenges that taught you something valuable. Setbacks that built resilience. Failures that redirected you toward better opportunities. Identity level. Qualities within yourself you appreciate. Your determination, your creativity, your capacity for learning. Write down 3 items from different layers each morning. This prevents your gratitude practice from becoming routine and ensures you're training your brain to find value in every aspect of your experience. Advanced technique. Gratitude visualization. Don't just write what you're grateful for, visualize it. See the faces of people you appreciate. Feel the emotions associated with your accomplishments. Imagine the positive impact you're making. This multisensory approach strengthens the neural encoding and makes the positive emotions more accessible throughout your day. Habit 3. Set clear daily intentions and micro goals. The psychology of intentional living. Most people operate on autopilot, reacting to whatever demands their attention. Successful people operate with intention, proactively choosing where to focus their mental and emotional energy. The difference between intention and hoping is the difference between driving with GPS and driving blindfolded. Research from Gallup shows that people who write down specific goals are significantly more likely to achieve them than those who keep goals in their heads. But beyond goal setting, successful people practice daily intention setting, deciding not just what they want to accomplish, but who they want to be while accomplishing it. The 3-tier intention framework. Tier 1, outcome intentions. What do you want to achieve today? Complete the presentation for tomorrow's meeting. Have a meaningful conversation with your partner. Exercise for 30 minutes. Tier 2, process intentions. How do you want to approach these outcomes? Work with focused attention and creativity. Listen actively and speak thoughtfully. Exercise with joy and presence, not just obligation. Tier 3, identity intentions. Who do you want to be today? Be someone who follows through on commitments. Be someone who adds value to every interaction. Be someone who prioritizes long-term health over short-term comfort. This framework ensures you're not just doing things but becoming someone in the process. Every action becomes an opportunity to reinforce your desired identity. Micro goals. The building blocks of transformation. Large goals can feel overwhelming and abstract. Micro goals make progress tangible and achievable. Instead of get in shape, commit to 10 push-ups after my morning coffee. Instead of improve my relationships, commit to ask one thoughtful question in each conversation today. Micro goals work because they require minimal willpower, create immediate feelings of accomplishment, build momentum for larger actions, are too small to fail. The key is linking micro goals to existing habits, habit stacking. After I pour my coffee, I will do 10 push-ups. After I sit down at my desk, I will write 3 things I'm grateful for. This makes the new behavior automatic rather than dependent on motivation. Habit 4. Engage in continuous learning and mental stimulation. Building a growth-oriented brain. Your brain is either growing or declining. There's no neutral. Continuous learning isn't just about acquiring knowledge. It's about maintaining and expanding your brain's capacity for adaptation, creativity, and problem-solving. When you learn new skills, especially those that challenge you, your brain forms new neural pathways and strengthens existing ones. This neuroplasticity is what keeps your mind sharp, your thinking flexible, and your confidence high. The 4 domains of brain-building learning. 1. Cognitive learning, information and concepts. Read books outside your expertise. Take online courses in subjects that interest you. Listen to educational podcasts during commutes. Watch documentaries instead of passive entertainment. 2. Skill-based learning, practical abilities. Learn a musical instrument. Develop a new language. Master a software program. Practice a creative skill like drawing or writing. 3. Physical learning, embodied knowledge. Try new forms of exercise or movement. Learn to cook new cuisines. Practice yoga or martial arts. Develop hand-eye coordination activities. 4. Social learning, interpersonal skills. Practice active listening techniques. Study body language and communication. Learn conflict resolution strategies. Develop emotional intelligence. The 1% learning principle. Commit to improving by just 1% each day through learning. This might mean reading 10 pages of a non-fiction book, watching one educational video, practicing a new skill for 15 minutes, having one conversation with someone who challenges your thinking. Over a year, 1% daily improvement compounds to 37 times better than where you started. This isn't just mathematical, it's neurological. Each day of learning builds on the previous day, creating an upward spiral of cognitive enhancement. Active versus passive learning. Your brain learns best when it's actively engaged, not passively consuming. Instead of just reading or watching, practice these active learning techniques. Teach it. Explain what you've learned to someone else or write about it. Apply it. Look for ways to use new knowledge immediately. Question it. Ask how this information connects to what you already know. Challenge it. Consider alternative perspectives or potential limitations. Habit 5. Maintain physical vitality through movement and exercise. The body-brain success connection. Physical exercise is the single most powerful tool for brain optimization. When you move your body, you're not just building muscle and burning calories. You're literally growing your brain and enhancing your mental capabilities. Exercise increases the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which acts like fertilizer for your brain cells. It promotes the growth of new neurons, strengthens connections between brain cells, and improves overall cognitive function. Regular physical activity has been shown to increase focus and concentration by up to 40%, improve memory formation and recall, reduce stress hormones like cortisol, boost mood-regulating neurotransmitters, enhance creative thinking and problem-solving. The minimum effective dose for success. You don't need to become an athlete. Research shows that even 20-30 minutes of moderate physical activity can significantly improve cognitive performance for up to 12 hours. The success-focused exercise framework. 1. Morning activation, 5-10 minutes. High-energy movements to wake up your nervous system. Jumping jacks or burpees, dynamic stretching. Brief high-intensity intervals. Dance to energizing music. 2. Midday reset, 10-15 minutes. Movement to combat mental fatigue and maintain focus. Brisk walk outdoors. Desk exercises or stretches. Stair climbing. Body weight movements. Evening integration, 15-30 minutes. Structured exercise for stress relief and preparation for recovery. Strength training. Yoga or Pilates, swimming or cycling, team sports or group fitness. Exercise as mental training. The most successful people view exercise not just as physical maintenance, but as mental training. Each workout is an opportunity to practice discipline, doing what you committed to do regardless of how you feel. Resilience, pushing through discomfort and challenges. Progress, tracking improvement and celebrating small wins. Mind-body connection, developing awareness and control. Stress management, using physical challenge to build emotional strength. Micro-movement habits. If finding time for formal exercise feels challenging, integrate micro-movements throughout your day. Take phone calls while walking. Do bodyweight exercises during TV commercial breaks. Use a standing desk or stability ball. Take stairs instead of elevators. Park farther away or get off public transport one stop early. Do stretches while waiting, in line for appointments, etc. Habit 6. Practice deep work and focused attention. Reclaiming your cognitive resources. In our distraction-rich world, the ability to focus deeply has become a superpower. Deep work, the ability to focus on cognitively demanding tasks for extended periods, is what separates high achievers from everyone else. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Where you consistently direct your attention literally shapes who you become. When you train your brain to focus deeply, you're not just improving productivity. You're developing the neural infrastructure for mastery, creativity, and breakthrough thinking. The neuroscience of deep focus. When you engage in deep, focused work, your brain enters a state similar to meditation. This state increases the production of myelin, which speeds up neural transmission, strengthens the prefrontal cortex, improving decision-making and self-control, reduces activity in the brain's default mode network, decreasing mental chatter, enhances the connection between different brain regions, improving creative insight. The Deep Work Protocol. Phase 1. Environment design. Create a designated workspace free from distractions. Use website blockers and app restrictions during focus sessions. Establish visual cues that signal deep work mode. Eliminate unnecessary decisions. What to work on, where to sit, what tools to use. Phase 2. Ritual development. Choose consistent times for deep work when your energy is highest. Start each session with a brief centering ritual. 3 deep breaths, reviewing objectives. Set a specific time duration. Start with 25-45 minutes. Define exactly what you want to accomplish during the session. Phase 3. Attention training. Begin each session by writing down your specific intention. When your mind wanders, gently redirect it without self-judgment. Use the one thing principle. Focus on only one task at a time. Practice the focus reset. Every 20 minutes, pause and refocus your attention. The progressive focus building system. Week 1-2. 25-minute focus sessions with 5-minute breaks. Week 3-4. 35-minute sessions with 5-minute breaks. Week 5-6. 45-minute sessions with 10-minute breaks. Week 7+. 60-90-minute sessions with 15-minute breaks. Defending. Successful people proactively defend their cognitive resources. Batch similar tasks. Check emails at designated times rather than throughout the day. Use office hours. Set specific times when you're available for interruptions. Practice digital minimalism. Regularly audit and eliminate unnecessary digital inputs. Create shallow work blocks. Handle routine tasks during low energy periods. Communicate boundaries. Let others know when you're in deep work mode. Habit 7. Cultivate meaningful relationships and social intelligence. The social brain and success. Humans are fundamentally social beings, and your success is largely determined by the quality of your relationships. Your brain is wired for connection, and meaningful relationships provide the emotional support, opportunities, and feedback necessary for growth and achievement. Research consistently shows that people with strong social connections are more likely to achieve their goals, better at handling stress and setbacks, more creative and innovative in their thinking, happier and more fulfilled overall, more likely to live longer, healthier lives. The relationship investment mindset. Most people approach relationships with a scarcity mindset, focusing on what they can get from others. Successful people approach relationships with an abundance mindset, focusing on what they can give and how they can add value. Daily relationship practices. 1. Active appreciation. Send one genuine compliment or thank you message daily. Notice and acknowledge others' efforts and achievements. Express gratitude for the people in your life, not just things. Celebrate others' successes without comparison or jealousy. 2. Deep listening. Practice being fully present in conversations. Ask thoughtful follow-up questions. Listen to understand, not to respond. Reflect back what you've heard to ensure understanding. 3. Value addition. Share helpful resources, connections, or opportunities. Offer your skills or expertise when appropriate. Introduce people who could benefit from knowing each other. Be generous with your time and attention. 4. Emotional intelligence development. Practice recognizing and naming emotions, yours and others. Develop empathy by trying to understand others' perspectives. Learn to regulate your emotional responses in challenging situations. Communicate your needs and boundaries clearly and kindly. Building your success network. Your network isn't just about collecting contacts. It's about cultivating genuine relationships that are mutually beneficial and personally meaningful. The 5 relationship categories. Mentors, people who are where you want to be. Peers, people on a similar journey who can offer support and collaboration. Mentees, people you can guide and help develop. Connectors, people with large networks who can introduce you to others. Experts, people with specialized knowledge in areas relevant to your goals. Aim to regularly interact with people in each category. This creates a robust ecosystem of learning, support, and opportunity. Social intelligence skills, reading social cues, understanding unspoken communication and group dynamics, adapting communication style, matching your approach to what works best for each person, building rapport, finding common ground and creating connection, managing conflict, addressing disagreements constructively, influencing positively, inspiring others without manipulation. Habit 8. Reflect, analyze, and course-correct daily. The power of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of all personal growth. Without regularly examining your thoughts, actions, and results, you'll continue unconscious patterns that may be limiting your success. Daily reflection is how you close the feedback loop between intention and reality. Reflection isn't just thinking about your day. It's systematically analyzing your experiences to extract lessons, identify patterns, and make informed adjustments. This practice develops what psychologists call metacognition, the ability to think about your thinking. The 3-layer reflection system. Layer 1, event analysis. What happened? What were the major events and interactions of your day? What did you accomplish? What remained undone? What unexpected challenges or opportunities arose? What patterns do you notice in your daily experiences? Layer 2, response analysis. How did you respond? How did you handle challenges and setbacks? What emotions did you experience and how did they influence your actions? Where did you respond from intention versus reaction? What decisions served you well? What would you do differently? Layer 3, learning analysis. What can you learn? What insights can you extract from today's experiences? How can you apply today's lessons to future situations? What adjustments should you make to your approach, goals, or habits? How are you growing and evolving as a person? The daily review ritual. Set aside 10-15 minutes each evening for structured reflection. Use these prompts. Celebration. What am I most proud of today? Challenge. What was most difficult and how did I handle it? Learning. What's one thing I learned about myself or my work? Gratitude. What am I most grateful for today? Tomorrow. What's my top priority for tomorrow? Weekly and monthly reflection. Daily reflection provides immediate feedback, but weekly and monthly reflection reveals larger patterns and trends. Weekly questions. Am I making progress toward my important goals? What patterns do I notice in my energy, mood, and productivity? Which habits are serving me? Which need adjustment? How are my relationships evolving? Monthly questions. Am I becoming the person I want to be? Are my goals still aligned with my values and vision? What major lessons have I learned this month? What do I need to start, stop, or continue doing? The course correction process. Reflection without action is just rumination. The goal is to identify specific adjustments that will improve your future performance. Identify the gap. Where is there a difference between your intentions and results? Analyze the cause. What factors contributed to this gap? Design the solution. What specific change would close this gap? Test the adjustment. Implement the change and monitor results. Iterate. Continue refining based on new data. Habit 9. Practice visualization and mental rehearsal. Programming your subconscious for success. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and actual experiences. This is why visualization is such a powerful tool for success. You can literally program your mind for achievement before it happens in reality. Professional athletes have used visualization for decades to improve performance. Brain imaging studies show that when you vividly imagine performing an action, the same neural pathways fire as when you actually perform that action. You're essentially practicing success at the neurological level, the science of mental rehearsal. When you visualize successfully completing a task, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with that skill. Your confidence increases because your mind has experienced succeeding. You identify potential obstacles and solutions in advance. Your reticular activating system becomes more attuned to opportunities. You reduce performance anxiety through mental familiarity. The complete visualization protocol. Step 1. Environmental setup. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Sit or lie in a comfortable position. Close your eyes and take several deep breaths. Release physical tension and mental chatter. Step 2. Outcome visualization. Clearly see yourself having achieved your goal. Make the image vivid and detailed. Include all sensory information, what you see, hear, feel, smell. Focus on the positive emotions of success. Spend 2 to 3 minutes in this successful future state. Step 3. Process visualization. Imagine yourself going through the specific steps to achieve your goal. See yourself handling challenges with confidence and skill. Visualize yourself using your strengths and talents effectively. Practice maintaining focus and determination throughout the process. Spend 3 to 5 minutes rehearsing the journey to success. Step 4. Identity visualization. See yourself as the type of person who naturally achieves these goals. Visualize others recognizing and appreciating your growth. Feel the internal sense of pride and accomplishment. Connect with the deeper meaning and purpose of your success. Spend 2 to 3 minutes embodying this identity. Daily visualization applications. Morning success rehearsal. Before starting your day, spend 5 minutes visualizing yourself successfully completing your top priorities. See yourself working with focus, handling challenges gracefully, and ending the day with a sense of accomplishment. Pre-performance visualization. Before important meetings, presentations, or challenging tasks, take 2 to 3 minutes to mentally rehearse success. Visualize yourself being confident, articulate, and effective. Long-term goal visualization. Once weekly, spend 10-15 minutes visualizing your major life goals as already achieved. Feel the emotions, see the details, and connect with the person you'll have become. Relationship visualization. Before difficult conversations or social interactions, visualize yourself communicating clearly, listening deeply, and creating positive outcomes for everyone involved. Habit 10. Maintain consistent sleep and recovery practices. Sleep, the ultimate performance enhancer. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a biological necessity for peak performance. During sleep, your brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, clears metabolic waste, and prepares for optimal functioning the next day. Chronic sleep deprivation literally shrinks your brain and impairs every aspect of mental performance. Successful people treat sleep as seriously as they treat any other performance-enhancing strategy. They understand that one good night of sleep can improve cognitive performance, emotional regulation, creativity, and decision-making more than any supplement or productivity hack. The neuroscience of sleep and success. During quality sleep, your brain consolidates learning and memories from the day, processes and regulates emotions, clears amyloid plaques associated with cognitive decline, releases growth hormone for physical recovery, rebalances neurotransmitters for optimal mood and focus, strengthens immune function, processes creative insights and problem solving. The Sleep Success Protocol. Sleep quantity. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Maintain consistent sleep and wake times even on weekends. If you must sacrifice sleep, recover with longer sleep duration, not later bedtimes. Sleep quality. Keep your bedroom cool, 65-68 hours, dark and quiet. Invest in blackout curtains, a white noise machine, or earplugs. Use a comfortable, supportive mattress and pillows. Remove electronic devices or use blue light blocking glasses. Pre-sleep ritual. Begin winding down 1 to 2 hours before bed. Avoid screens, intense exercise, large meals, and caffeine. Practice relaxation techniques like reading, gentle stretching, or meditation. Write down tomorrow's priorities to clear your mental slate. Express gratitude for the day to end on a positive note. Recovery and stress management. Sleep is just one component of recovery. Successful people also incorporate active recovery practices throughout their day. Micro-recovery techniques. 2-minute breathing exercises between meetings. 5-minute walks after intense work sessions. Brief stretching or movement breaks every hour. Mindful eating without distractions. Short meditation or mindfulness practices. Weekly recovery practices. Schedule 1 complete rest day from work. Engage in enjoyable low-stress activities. Spend time in nature. Connect with loved ones without agenda. Pursue hobbies that bring you joy. Stress inoculation. Rather than avoiding stress, successful people build stress resilience. Practice controlled stress through exercise or cold exposure. Learn and practice stress management techniques. Build strong social support systems. Develop healthy coping mechanisms. View stress as information rather than threat. Creating your personal success system. Integration over perfection. The goal isn't to implement all 10 habits perfectly from day one. The goal is to create a sustainable system that supports your continued growth and success. Start with the habits that resonate most strongly with you or address your biggest current challenges. The Habit Implementation Strategy. Week 1-2. Choose one habit and focus solely on consistency. Week 3-4. Add a second habit once the first feels natural. Week 5-6. Add a third habit and continue building. Month 2. Focus on optimizing and refining your existing habits. Month 3. Add additional habits as capacity allows. Customization principles. Align with your values. Choose habits that support what matters most to you. Consider your lifestyle. Adapt habits to fit your schedule and circumstances. Build on existing strengths. Leverage what you're already good at. Address your weaknesses. Prioritize habits that target your biggest growth areas. Start small. Begin with the minimum viable version of each habit. Tracking and accountability. What gets measured gets managed. Create a simple tracking system for your habits. Daily check-ins on completed habits. Weekly reflection on progress and challenges. Monthly review of overall system effectiveness. Quarterly adjustment of habits based on results and changing goals. The compound effect of daily habits. These 10 habits create a synergistic effect. Each one enhances the others. Morning rituals create energy for deep work. Gratitude and visualization improve relationships. Exercise enhances sleep quality and mental clarity. Learning and reflection accelerate growth and adaptation. Strong relationships provide support during challenging periods. You'll find yourself naturally gravitating toward choices that support your success, handling challenges with greater resilience, and creating opportunities others might miss. Overcoming implementation challenges. Challenge: I don't have time. Solution: start with 2-minute versions of each habit. Consistency matters more than duration. Challenge: I keep forgetting. Solution: stack new habits onto existing routines and use environmental cues. Challenge: I lose motivation. Solution: focus on identity change rather than outcome goals. Be someone who does these things. Challenge: I feel overwhelmed. Solution: choose only one habit to focus on until it becomes automatic. Challenge: I don't see results. Solution: trust the process. Compound growth is exponential, not linear. The long-term vision. Imagine yourself 1 year from now having consistently practiced these 10 daily habits. You wake up energized and purposeful. Approach challenges with confidence and creativity. Maintain meaningful relationships and make steady progress toward your most important goals. This isn't fantasy. It's the predictable result of consistent daily action aligned with proven success principles. Every day you practice these habits, you're voting for the person you want to become. Every day you skip them, you're voting for the person you currently are. The choice is yours and the time is now. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. And there you have it. The 10 daily habits that will completely rewire your mindset for success. Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen one day at a time through the power of consistent action. Start with just one habit that resonated with you today, and commit to practicing it for the next week. If this video provided value for your personal growth journey, make sure to subscribe to the Mind Shelf for more content on psychology, personal development, and achieving your highest potential. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest insights on building a successful, fulfilling life. What's the one habit you're going to start implementing today? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing about your commitment to growth. Until next time, keep building that successful mindset one day at a time.